Chapter 8. Heredity. 1. What provides the common basic body design for the next generation? Answer. Inheritance from the previous generation provides the common basic body design for the next generation. 2. In which mode of reproduction are variations minimally visible? Answer. Variations are minimally visible in asexual reproduction. 3. Name the process that maximizes the number of successful variations. Answer. Sexual reproduction maximizes the number of successful variations. 4. Define heredity. Answer. Heredity is the process by which traits and characteristics are reliably inherited from parents to offspring. 5. What are inherited traits? Answer. Inherited traits are traits passed from parents to offspring following specific rules of inheritance. 6. Who worked out the rules for the inheritance of traits in Class 10 Science? Answer. Gregor Johann Mendel worked out the rules for the inheritance of traits. 7. Which plant did Gregor Johann Mendel use for his experiments? Answer. Gregor Johann Mendel used garden pea plants, Pisum sativum, for his experiments. 8. Name 2 contrasting visible characters Mendel used in garden peas. Answer. Mendel used tall and short plants, and round and wrinkled seeds as contrasting characters. 9. In Mendel's experiment with tall and short plants, what was the phenotype of the F1 progeny? Answer. All plants in the F1 progeny were tall. 10. What is the ratio of tall to short plants in the F2 generation of a monohybrid cross? Answer. The ratio of tall to short plants in the F2 generation is 3:1. 11. How many copies of a factor, gene, are present in a sexually reproducing organism for each trait? Answer. 2 copies of a gene are present for each trait. 12. What is a dominant trait? Answer. A dominant trait is a trait that is expressed even if only 1 copy is present. 13. What is a recessive trait? Answer. A recessive trait is a trait that is expressed only when 2 identical copies are present. 14. Give 1 example of a human trait variation mentioned in the text. Answer. Free or attached earlobes are an example of human trait variation. 15. What are the 2 contrasting traits for seed shape used by Mendel? Answer. The 2 contrasting traits for seed shape are round and wrinkled. 16. What are the 2 contrasting traits for seed color used by Mendel? Answer. The 2 contrasting traits for seed color are yellow and green. 17. What type of seeds are produced in the F1 generation when round yellow and wrinkled green seed plants are crossed? Answer. Round and yellow seeds are produced in the F1 generation. 18. What is the phenotypic ratio of a dihybrid cross in the F2 generation? Answer. The phenotypic ratio of a dihybrid cross in the F2 generation is 9:3:3:1. 19. What is the cellular source of information for making proteins? Answer. Cellular DNA is the source of information for making proteins. 20. Define a gene. Answer. A gene is a section of DNA that provides information for 1 protein. 21. What triggers growth in plants according to the text? Answer. Plant hormones trigger growth in plants. 22. How does an enzyme affect plant height? Answer. An efficient enzyme produces more hormone, resulting in a tall plant. 23. What are chromosomes? Answer. Chromosomes are separate and independent pieces of DNA threads carrying genes. 24. How many pairs of chromosomes are there in a human cell? Answer. There are 23 pairs of chromosomes in a human cell. 25. How many of the human chromosome pairs are perfectly matched in both males and females? Answer. 22 chromosome pairs are perfectly matched in both males and females. 26. What are the sex chromosomes called? Answer. The sex chromosomes are called X and Y chromosomes. 27. What is the sex chromosome combination in a human female? Answer. The sex chromosome combination in a human female is XX. 28. What is the sex chromosome combination in a human male? Answer. The sex chromosome combination in a human male is XY. 29. In which animal is sex not genetically determined, allowing them to change sex? Answer. In snails, sex is not genetically determined and they can change sex. 30. How is sex determined in some reptiles? Answer. Sex is determined by the environmental temperature at which fertilized eggs are kept. 31. Which parental chromosome determines the sex of a child in humans? Answer. The paternal, or father's, chromosome determines the sex of a child. 32. What restores the normal number of chromosomes in a progeny? Answer. The fusion of two germ cells, each with half the DNA, restores the normal number of chromosomes. 33. Where did Mendel study science and mathematics? Answer. Mendel studied science and mathematics at the University of Vienna. 34. Why is variation useful for a species? Answer. Variation is useful because it promotes survival during environmental changes. 35. What happens if a DNA copying variation is too drastic? Answer. If a DNA copying variation is too drastic, the newborn cell dies. 36. Are variations produced during asexual reproduction? Answer. Yes, variations are produced during asexual reproduction, but they are subtle and few. 37. What is the F2 generation? Answer. The F2 generation is the progeny produced by self-pollination of the F1 generation. 38. Which chromosome is shorter in a human male? Answer. The Y chromosome is shorter in a human male. 39. Does a recessive trait disappear completely in the F1 generation? Answer. No, a recessive trait does not disappear completely. It is inherited but not expressed. 40. What is the basis for evolutionary processes? Answer. The basis for evolutionary processes is the selection of variants by environmental factors.